Boom.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Yeah.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to our live stream here on Facebook,
How's everyone doing
Twitter,
out there?
YouTube, and on TikTok on
right.
the other phone there. Hope you guys are doing well. It is 8 p.m. on the dot Eastern Standard Time here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's October 20th.
It is October 20th.
And time for yet another immigration Q&A and weekly updates. So
yeah, I'm John Gardner. This is my wife and law partner, Radlin Mendoza, and we're the law firm Gardner and Mendoza. And we come to you every Wednesday at 8 o'clock to answer your immigration questions, legal questions, and to give you updates, anything that we think is important in immigration law or other areas of law. We want to make sure we pass them on to you. But the thing we really want to do most of all is answer your questions. So get your questions, get them in, post them, and we'll get to them.
Hopefully you guys can hear us. Good evening, Miss Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us again. Every week you're here. So we really, really appreciate your support. And if you guys out there can give us a thumbs up on the live stream that you can hear us, and our dog barking, that would be great.
And I apologize. I was in a trial all day today, so my voice is a little hoarse because I've been talking all day. And also I wanted to let you know that our TikTok folks are joining us here on another screen. So if you see me looking at this screen a lot, that's because I am monitoring the TikTok questions. TikTok folks, bring your questions. The sooner you get in, the more likely that they'll get answered. But remember what we always tell you, you're better off to post them in Facebook because then you really are pretty much guaranteed that we'll get to.
Yes. So Facebook, if you guys want to come to Facebook, it's at Gardner Mendoza Law on Facebook. Come pop your questions in the comments and we'll put them up on the screen and talk about them. And of course, our live stream fam here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, please put the questions in the comments and we will get to them.
And just a reminder, what we do here is for educational and informational purposes only. It is technically not
legal advice.
That's right, legal advice. It's not legal advice, folks. It's just really, really, really good legal information.
Yes, that's right. It's legal education, immigration tips, and things like that. Yeah. And also, oh, buddy, Linda's on. Hello. So Linda,
how are you?
Linda is a special guest. She is a friend and a what do we say? We say retired immigration supervisor and officer. And here she is joining us on our Facebook Live. Now, I mean, does having Linda on the Facebook Live, the live stream, does that make us a little bit nervous?
It doesn't make me nervous, but I'm sure it makes you nervous.
No, it doesn't make me nervous. Because listen, y'all, if Linda stays on, and I'm talking to TikTok folks too, if she stays on and you have a question, you know, sometimes we don't know the answer to the question, 100% guaranteed this woman is going to know the answer to this question. Okay, I'm pointing at her name. I'm pointing at you. Please stay on, Linda. Please stay on and help us out if we get a curveball.
If we get stumped by someone.
Yeah, because this woman has been in it and has seen it all just like we have, but day in, day out, interviews, reviews, and anyway, God bless you for doing what you did for all of those years. Okay. Hello, Maria. How are you? Oh, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and put this up there. For those of you, see, I'm putting these up. Like,
can you tell folks again how to come to Facebook?
Yes, Facebook Live at Gardner Mendoza Law. Just come to Facebook, put that in the search button, and it should pop up. We are Gardner and Mendoza Immigration Law on Facebook. And Maria, thank you so much for the comment that we are. She recommends us. We're super attorneys.
Yeah, you don't need to know a lot of Spanish to know that that's a great
it's a super
right there.
Hopefully I'm translating that right. But loved representing Maria and her family. Was awesome. Freaking awesome. All right. All right. So Nicole's here. She's here from TikTok, jumping over. All right, guys.
Oh, yeah,
so we're like for, so if y'all want to do it. And also guys, please follow us on TikTok. We do videos. Well, I do videos every day. Ray is my sidekick. She's our tech person, our 10-year-old daughter. And you know, you guys come and follow us on Facebook where we put more of the recent updates on our Facebook page. And that way you don't miss a live stream. Cool. We would love it if you did that. So before we jump into the questions, I just kind of want to acknowledge that it is Filipino American History Month. And my parents are Filipino. I'm Filipino and very, very proud Filipino American. And for our inspirational immigration story, this is a person that we've featured before. It is my dad. My dad's 80th birthday is tomorrow. He joined the Navy in the mid 60s. He was a mess specialist. He was a cook. Actually, we kind of dialed into that mess specialist. He wasn't even a cook. He was a cook help. And he did that for 9 years before leaving the Navy, much to my mother's dismay, leaving health insurance, a steady paycheck to go start our family grocery store business. So he truly is a hero in our family, not just for me and my siblings, but for my cousins and his sisters who, without his immigrating here, we would not all be here, of course. And it's not my mom's 80th birthday tomorrow, so I'm not going to talk about my mom, but she also obviously was a driving force as well. But yeah, my dad is my hero, and happy 80th birthday to you, Dad, tomorrow. He's a pretty amazing guy. And, Dad,
I'm pretty happy he joined the U.S. Navy.
Yeah, because if not, then maybe we wouldn't have met.
That's right.
Anyway, so for all of you guys out there who are Filipino American or trying to be Filipino American, I salute you guys. It is our month this month, right? Filipino American History Month. So take advantage of it and spread the good news about Filipino American history.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. Let's go into the questions. Do we have anything else? I mean, we are going to do some immigration updates, but we just kind of like to.
We can get some questions, and at some point I'll just chime in for a minute on the Plan C. I'll just do it right now, real quick.
Okay, do it right now.
Quick.
And for those of us just joining, in our comment section and watching our live stream right now is retired immigration officer and supervisor Linda Carter. We've probably worked together for 20 plus years. Hard to believe that we've been doing this for so long. Yes, we are. We are that old, and we're honored for her to be here on our live stream. And so if she remains on, and if she has if you guys give me a question that I can't answer or John can't answer, then we'll throw it out to Linda, like, hey Linda, what do you think about this? Since she doesn't work for the service anymore. Right. All right, go ahead.
So the very brief update. I won't give the whole backstory. There was immigration reform that was introduced months and months and months ago, completely stalled out in the Senate. They broke it apart in the House, tried to do more with it, stalled out there as well. And then the Democrats in Congress tried to attach it to the spending reconciliation bill so it could get past the Senate filibuster. They've had 2 shots at that. Both times the Senate parliamentarians said, sorry, immigration reform can't be attached to a budget, basically a spending bill. You have to do that a different way. And so the Senate announced today, Senator Menendez, that they're going to take a third run at this and hope that the Senate parliamentarian will change her mind. They're going to change it around a little bit. It's going to involve basically a 5-year temporary lawful status, not a pathway to citizenship, but being able to lawfully stay in the U.S. and work lawfully and travel internationally and domestically without any trouble. And then every 5 years, have that status renewed. So that's the Plan C. That's the latest push for some kind of immigration reform. They estimate that this would help about between 8 and 11 million people. We shall see. It hasn't gone great so far, so we don't want to get our hopes up too much, but maybe. Okay, that's my update.
Thanks for that update. John's giving us the legislative updates when we come on Facebook Live. We missed last Wednesday because we were in Williamsburg. That was fun.
Oh, that was so much fun.
That was so much fun going to Williamsburg and speaking to a William Mary School of Law immigration class about our journey our immigration journey, now, not immigration journey together. We both were born in the United States, but our journey opening up our law firm 21 years ago, getting married, and what it's like to run a law firm as a husband and wife and have a team and just help thousands and thousands of people. So
yeah, thank you so much to William and Mary Law School for inviting us to speak. It was a lot of fun. We really we enjoyed driving up there, going back on a law school campus on a crisp autumn morning. It was lovely.
It was. We had a really fun time going down memory lane. Okay, so Nicole has a question. Nicole, who popped over from TikTok.
Yep.
Nicole, hello, welcome. All right, she says, and this is an interesting question. I filed for a B1, B2 extension for until October 31st on time. I got a notice today, 10/20, that I was approved for until August 30th only. Uh-oh. What do I do? Was going to file for the I-130. I'm assuming you mean the I-45 before the 31st, supposedly. So I guess my question here, Nicole, before I answer the question, is who is petitioning for you? Is your is the petitioner an immediate relative? Is your petitioner your U.S. citizen spouse? That's my first question, and I'll wait for your answer, and then we'll get back to that question. All right, let's see here.
And also, just in between there, I think I saw my aunt joining us, and so I just wanted to say hi to my aunt Jill, joining us from all the way from South Florida. Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Aunt Jill, how are you? And my family members better be on here too. But I mean, I don't think that they are. I don't see anybody. All right, scrolling for a question. All right, this is Miss Kim. Hello, Miss Kim. Great to see you. She says, hello, guys. I'm a green card holder, already applied for removal of conditions. I did my biometrics already. When can I apply for citizenship? So you can actually apply for citizenship while that I-751 is pending. Boy, I'm talking really fast today. While the 751 is pending. So take a look at the green card that you're issued, the 2-year green card, and add 2 years and 9 months to the date that green card expires. And that is when you can apply for U.S. citizenship. All right. Hopefully that helps. And one thing is that now, because 751s are taking so long, a lot of people are going to be able to file for citizenship before that I-751 is approved. And that's okay. That's okay. You can do that. So don't wait until the 751 gets approved, because you'd be waiting a long time, like twiddling your fingers, and you're wasting time with regard to your filing your N400 application. All right.
Okay.
And Anne Louise Kataya says, happy birthday to my dad. Thank you so much. Linda, there's Filipinos all in Virginia Beach, right? Like, it's so many Filipinos in Virginia Beach. My neighbor adopted me. She is a wonderful Filipino lady. And yes, Linda tried to actually invite me to crash the Filipino neighbor's party. And of course, that's not a big deal, but we just couldn't do it. We want to crash your lasagna party, Linda. All right. I'm going to have fun with Linda being on the call.
Okay. So we have somebody coming through here with TikTok. On TikTok, has a question. What if my U.S. citizen hubby has some problems with his taxes? Can I still apply for my green card? So I guess husband is U.S. citizen petitioning, but he has some tax trouble, and she's concerned that could mess up the petition.
Yeah, it depends on the type of tax trouble we're talking about. Are we talking about taxes that need to be paid? Are we talking about a payment plan? The issue here is the petitioner needs to be able to file the affidavit of support and have to reach a threshold level of income. If the petitioner, the U.S. citizen spouse here, cannot show that on the most recent tax return, then the worst case scenario here is that you all will have to get a joint sponsor. So like if your husband, and I'm going to just throw this out there, it probably isn't this, but let's say he got caught for tax evasion or something like that. That's not really pertinent to the affidavit of support in the sense that, oh, he's going to get in trouble, you're going to get in trouble, it's not going to be approved. They're going to look at the most recent tax return in the sense of, can he make this threshold level? Can he show the income to make this threshold level? That is the question. And if he can't, then you may have to get a joint sponsor. So hopefully that answers your question. Like if it's back taxes or you've got to pay your taxes or you need to, that's fine. Do it. Do whatever you have to do. If you can't get it done or if the income is not there, then you'll have to get a joint sponsor.
Okay.
All right. So circling back to Nicole here, she says that her boyfriend proposed last week. Congratulations. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
So I still can't see whether boyfriend is a US citizen. So let me just say this. Let's see here. My husband, he's going to petition by Sunday. Was it Wednesday, Thursday? Okay. So let's say husband is a US citizen. Let's assume that Nicole's future husband is a US citizen. They're going to get married apparently tonight or tomorrow. Come over and I'll marry you guys.
US citizen. Yeah. She just clarified that. Is a US citizen husband.
Okay. So he's a U.S. citizen. So it's okay that it appears on paper that you have overstayed. You filed your B1, B2 extension. It was only, you wanted it until October 30th. You only got it until August 30th. That's okay. It looks like you may have overstayed because of the timing there on that B1, B2 because USCIS did not give it to you for the time that you asked. And so once you get married to your U.S. citizen spouse, then you can file that at any point in time. It could be an overstay of 10 years. It's okay. We'll be forgiven. So Nicole also wants to know, okay, I'm sorry I'm taking so much time with Nicole, but these are good questions because a lot of people have these same questions. She wants to know, can she leave the country, a vacation to the Philippines while they are processing my citizenship? Oh, that's Kim.
That's
Whoops,
Kim.
my bad.
Yep.
All right. Well, yes, you can. Kim wants to know who has applied for the removal of conditions and now wants to apply for citizenship, whether she can leave the country, go on vacation to the Philippines while they are processing the citizenship. Yes, you can. I would not stay out for more than 6 months.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, let's see here. And one of these questions is another person that jumped from TikTok over to Facebook. I lost it and I had to do with a T visa.
I saw that. We do not handle T visas routinely. And I'm sorry, I can't answer the question about that. It's Camille. Camille Gutierrez wants to know about the T visa. It's not something that we routinely handle. We have done one or two. I'm
Linda?
not the attorney. Yeah.
Is Linda in the house?
It is a processing time question. So, I'm sorry I don't have an answer for that off the bat. Right. Yeah, Linda can be our backup tonight. She's like, you guys owe me a drink and dinner if I'm going to back up in the comment section. All right, let me just check here. Some other questions. Great questions so far, guys. Great questions. While we're looking at that, I wanted to mention that starting in November, land port of entry, visitors, even if you're non-essential, if you have your COVID vaccine, you will be able to enter the United States if you're from Mexico and Canada beginning in November. So please stay tuned for a lot of hopefully changes with regard to travel to the United States for the banned countries. But Mexico and Canada, if you are vaccinated, you should be able to come into the United States beginning in November, even if it is for non-essential travel, like visiting friends and shopping and whatever. So yeah, that's good news. Let's see here. John is looking. I've got
and I've got some TikTok questions, but they're kind of disjointed. And again, that's why we would encourage you to hop over to Facebook if you can, so that you can have the full question. Because in TikTok, sometimes they come through in little bits and pieces.
And that is at Gardner Mendoza Law on Facebook. You could just search Gardner and Mendoza, Gardner Mendoza Law. We will pop right up and you'll see us. Let's see here. This is Anne Louise Kataya. Hello, can I file a re-entry permit while I have an I-130 for my son that is still ongoing. Will that affect my petition? So, yes, you should be able to file the reentry permit. The issue here is Anne has got an I-130 petition for her son. Not sure when that's going to, when a visa will be available for that. But you should be able to file the reentry permit. You just have to show at the affidavit of support stage, what we were talking about earlier, that you have the intent to be domiciled in the United States as the petitioning sponsor. So hopefully that answers your question.
And in case any of you don't know, domicile just means that that's like where you're living, where you're residing.
Yep. Okay. Hopefully that answered your question. And Linda, if you have anything else to add to that.
Okay, here's a question from TikTok. I don't know if you want to touch this or not. These questions sometimes get a little murky, but
Okay.
she wants to know how long after she got a divorce, and she wants to know how long after that divorce she can get married to someone else. And I'm assuming this is in an immigration context. So if I'm reading between the lines, reading the stitches on the fastball here, I think what she's asking is, if I get divorced and then I get remarried and then there's an immigration case, is there some time frame where that looks highly suspicious or something that's going to cause red flags all over the place, or does it matter at all?
Well, I mean, I think it matters. I think that have we done cases where the beneficiary is a foreign national and they get married, they get divorced in their country and then immediately marry a U.S. citizen? Yes, we've done those. We've done those types of cases. Does it throw up a red flag? It depends on all the other circumstances. So not necessarily, but if you have some other things going on there, let's say you're on a status, your status expired, you're on a J1 and expired, and you file an extension, you get divorced, you get married, you file your green card application, I-130 petition, like all of these things, they could indicate to the immigration officer that, hey, maybe we have a fraud situation going on here. Let's look into this a little bit deeper. But not necessarily. Again, it depends on the couple. It depends on the actual situation.
Right.
And again, let's see here. let me see. All right, is Linda still on the?
She is. I think I just saw her comment.
Linda, what do we say? What do we say here? All right, Linda. Oh, this is amazing. See, this is why we build the relationships that we build, guys. I mean, like, we've been in business for 21 years, and here Linda is commenting on our Facebook page, retired immigration supervisor and officer. All right, just giving me all the feels. All right, so Linda says, back to the T visa, its processing time is 2 to 5 years because there is a numerical limit. She recommends Catholic Charities. Yeah, you're right, to do the T visa.
Yep. And I think she commented on the last question too. Yep. It shouldn't matter as long as.
Yeah. This is for the affidavit of support question for the reentry permit. See, this is so much fun. I think we should bring our camera.
Backup is awesome.
Having backup is so awesome. Yeah. Okay. So this is for the affidavit of support question. As we said, the habitual place of residence domicile is the United States. Let's see here. Okay. Maybe Linda will comment on the issue about getting divorced right away, then getting married right away, and then filing that I-130 petition, green card application, or whatever
they
it may
just
be.
Asked about remarrying. I read into that because this is an immigration chat.
Yeah, and so we have people just waiting to get that final stamp on their divorce decree so they can marry their foreign national applicant. Like, hopefully that alone is not going to trigger a fraud. But again, all things, they look at everything together. All right, let's see here. Let me see. Okay. All right. This is related. This is related. We're not favoring Nicole. We swear. It's just that her questions. A lot of people have these questions.
Just because she was the first one on TikTok and then
Jumped over.
to
No,
Facebook.
no,
That's
she's
not
not
why-
teacher's pet or
No,
anything. No,
that's- you might
absolutely
think
no.
that, but that's
Here,
not
do you
the
want to
case.
read that question? No,
One
let's
last
scroll.
question. and I'm
One
sorry
last
for asking
question
so
for the
much.
teacher's pet. We're just
Is it going to be questionable if everything happens so quickly in terms of proposal, wedding, filing? Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
I think this, yes, thank you so much. I think this goes back to the last discussion. Everything is going to be looked at together. So I really would like my friend to to comment on this. I'm scrolling. Okay. So again, that if everything happens all together, it's going to be a question, but what are you going to do? Everything happens fast, like love at first sight. What can you do? Love struck.
Yes. So
Just like John and I, we were love struck.
Love
Everything
struck.
happened really fast.
Mhm. That's right.
All right.
Not everything. Okay.
No comment on that one. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right,
Well,
let's
we
see here.
didn't start dating for months.
That's true. That's true. Let's see here. It looks like I've got a couple of questions that are not. Guys, you can put all of your comment right in one text, not unlike TikTok.
And we've got a bunch coming up here. So if you want to grab one of those, if you want.
Okay, I just I want to see which one. I want to see which one came first here. Okay, Anne. Did we talk to Anne already? Did we answer her question? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read. Let's see here. So Anne's talking about filing the. Oh, okay. This is Anne with the. We already answered Anne's question. Derek has a good question. Will they do remote interviews for I-129F for the fiance in the Philippines? I have not heard that, but that would be amazing because there's a massive backlog for the beneficiaries getting interviews in the Philippines specifically. So I don't know. That's a really good question. Derek, did you hear that somewhere? Is that a rumor? Let us know. Let us know. All right. Let's see here.
Eric here real quick. He wants to know, he had his naturalization citizenship interview done 3 weeks ago, and he's still waiting for the oath. Is this normal? He wants to know.
3 weeks? Yeah, it's normal.
Don't sweat it, Eric.
You're good. You're good. You're good for now. It usually takes a couple of months.
Don't panic yet. Couple of months.
It usually takes a couple of months. And again, it depends on which office you're in and what they've got going on with regard to who's swearing in and capacity and everything like that. I have had people write to me and say, it's been 9 months since my interview. I'm not trying to make you panic. Hopefully that this does not happen to you. It's been 9 months since I took my interview. I passed the English test. I passed the civics. Is this normal? That is not normal. And the follow-up question was, what should I do? I've already done a congressional liaison. I've already reached out to USCIS and done service requests. I say file a lawsuit if you have to sue them and make them make a decision on your N-400. So for this person who asked, we're not there yet. It's only been 3 weeks. That's very, very normal. All right, let's see here. Some people are asking about where we are located. So we are, our physical office is in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I grew up in the Hampton Roads area. This is where we are. And when we got married, we came to the Hampton Roads area. So this is where our office is, but we represent clients in all 50 states. And
yeah, we've been doing that. We've been doing that for many, many, many years. So it doesn't really matter where you are. Anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the world, we can absolutely represent you. We can do everything virtually. If you're not comfortable with that and you prefer to have somebody in your own backyard, we understand. But I always tell people every week, this is kind of my soapbox, is that you really should seek professional advice about your immigration case. You should talk to an immigration lawyer. I know that immigration lawyers charge consultation fees. It's worth it. This is a really super important thing that you're doing. It's worth a small investment to make sure that you're doing it correctly. All right.
Yes. And if you would like a consultation with us, our fee is $245. It's for an hour consultation if you need the whole hour. It includes follow-up emails. A lot of times when I do a consultation and when our attorneys do a consultation, there are questions that don't come up at the interview that come up after, like 5 minutes after we end the Zoom call. They have questions. And of course, you can email us the questions and we'll be happy to do follow-up questions. So, hopefully that helps.
Yeah, and wherever you are, it doesn't matter. We have clients everywhere. I mean, we really do. And some clients, I think, even prefer. Some clients don't even want to have to travel to go to a conference room somewhere. They just like the fact that everything can be done through emails and Zoom calls and DocuSign and everything else. So
it's very efficient.
It's very efficient.
Okay, we've got a question here from Oki. How long the immigrant citizen can stay in the Philippines? So I'm going to just assume he's talking about green card holder, lawful permanent resident immigrant. If we don't have a re-entry permit, would not stay out more than 6 months. It's like iffy if you're in between 6 months and a year. I definitely would not stay out more than a year. Hopefully that helps.
All right.
Our dog is barking. Can you guys hear her? Quiet on the set, Luna.
Hans here is going to the Philippines in 3 months, and he is is a green card holder and wants to know if they will be able to re-enter the U.S. when they come back.
I'm sorry, I was
going to the Philippines in 3 months. They just want to know if they'll be allowed to re-enter the U.S. when they come back. They're a green card holder.
Yes, you will be able to enter back.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. This is a good question. It's interesting. Marie says, currently holding a conditional residency. Should I just apply for the citizenship or renew the residency after the 2 years? So you like I gotta get in front for this one. You have to remove the conditions on your permanent resident card, your 2-year card. That is not an option. You must do that. So you can do both, but the timing has to be right. Marie, you've got to remove those conditions or file the I-751 petition in that 90-day period before your 2-year green card expires. So it's not an option for you. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that answers your question. Do not file the I-90. You have to file Form I-751 to remove the conditions on your green card. All right. Great question. Great question.
Oh, wait, and look at that. Yes, this OPT question is also a TikTok jump.
All right, let's see. I just saw it.
Mm-hmm.
The questions are coming fast and furious. Our TikTok fam is like, we're going to Facebook.
Yeah, no,
thank you guys. Thank you guys, and then I can put it on the board. So just want to thank everyone again for coming to our live stream. We really like doing it. We really like answering these questions. And remember, don't be afraid to put your question up, because your question is going to help. If we can answer it, it's going to help you, and it's going to help all the people that are listening as well, hopefully. So if you want to follow us on Facebook, that would be awesome. Follow us on TikTok so you get our most recent videos, which we try to do, a couple times a day. And on Facebook, we give important updates on our page. So please follow us.
Here's one too. That's a different question.
All right. So I'm going to, let's see, because you know what's happening? People are talking to each other in the comments, so, which is great. Let's see here.
Yeah, there it is right there. I see it right there. That's the question.
Okay. Are there any limitations or restrictions on jobs students on OPT can take on? The EAD does not have any terms and conditions. So my understanding, again, this is F1s are not something that we do every day, but my understanding is that the job has to be related to the study. Hopefully that helps. And I think this is going to really come up if you're traveling and you're coming back into the United States and they say, well, what job do you have? And you're on F1 OPT, and you're like, well, I work at Shorebreak Pizza as a server, and that's where I think the rub could be and the issue could be. Hopefully I answered your questions. Thank you for coming over and asking this question on Facebook.
Yep,
and there it was on the screen.
I was getting ready to get to it, and then I saw it over here.
Okay.
Okay, you want to take one up here?
Yeah.
Okay, MGM wants to know, hi, I missed my I-751 interview last month because my lawyer received mail late.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Well, hopefully your lawyer is taking care of it. You can.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So what would I do if I did not receive an interview notice? I would immediately contact USCIS, whether that's through the 1-800 number, or I would reach out to American Immigration Lawyers Association liaison to that field office, and I would immediately send an email to Ayla for them to get in touch with the field office. And I would say, hey, we never got this. We got it late. It's a month out. Yeah, I would definitely do all that I could to try to
reach
fix the
out
problem.
to your attorney. I mean, you have an immigration lawyer, so you need to talk to them first and foremost. I would call their office ASAP.
Right. And so I am one of the liaisons between the American Immigration Lawyers Association, the Washington, D.C. chapter, and our field office in Norfolk. And so when lawyers have problems with the Norfolk office, they have to come through us first, and then we email them. So that's what I would do. All right. Great question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to hear that. It's a little scary when you miss an interview because...
Yeah, and I don't, want to throw anyone under the bus, but I just wonder when I see that received the mail late, like, because it came to their office late, or late because like they were on vacation and not monitoring their mail.
I'm sure it was because that happens sometimes. Like, USCIS they don't always get the timing right on sending out the interview notices. It doesn't happen frequently, but we've certainly seen it more frequently during this whole global pandemic and short-staffed and everything else. So that's a good question. Let's see here. This is a good one too. Zana says a friend came in on a K-1 visa, got married, but no adjustment of status or petition got processed, overstayed, divorced, now got married to another U.S. citizen. Very complicated, very complicated. There's a lot of nuance here because of the requirement that the applicant, the K-1 applicant, marry the petitioner and file that affidavit of support. I'm sorry, file the adjustment of status. But there is a little loophole, except that the original petitioner, all right, first spouse, has to have filed the affidavit of support. So they have to file the affidavit of support. So it's tough. Give us a call, or have your friend give us a call, and we can see if we can do a workaround. But it's really difficult to get around the K-1 problem. And look, Linda says we're correct on the OPT. Thank you. If y'all are just joining us, our old friend, Linda Carter, she is a retired supervisor from USCIS, and she was an officer for many, many years. I sat in front of her with as a brand new, fairly brand new lawyer with with some of my toughest cases. We have a lot of laughs about some of them, and she's here on our live stream tonight.
Yeah, so she's joined us. So we've asked her to chime in from time to time if she has any extra info that she can shed light on things for us. It's always
she's fact checking us right now,
yeah,
which we asked her to do. That's awesome. Okay, all right. So correct on the OPT. So, Linda, shed some light on the K1, and it's tricky. It's kind of like it's a very hairy situation. Xana and your friend should definitely talk to an immigration attorney to see if there's something that can be done. All right. Oops. There we go. Turn on notification for Facebook. Okay.
I didn't catch that one. There's so many now. We're way backlogged.
Are we way backlogged? Okay, because there are so many questions coming to our live stream on Facebook. Go ahead and grab a couple.
Okay, well, here's a quick one. Demaya wants to know, can I apply for a green card for my siblings while they're here visiting from the UK?
No. No, you can't. The reason is because, just Demaya?
Yes.
Demaya is a U.S., let's assume Demaya is a U.S. citizen. You cannot be number one, you cannot be a green card holder and petition for your siblings. The reason they can't stay here while that's pending is because it takes a really long time and a visa is not immediately available. People from the UK, they typically have the ESTA. They're only able to stay in the United States for 90 days. And so if you have an I-130 petition pending and a visa is not available for, 16 years or whatever, which is what it is for siblings, then you're not going to be able to stay and remain here while waiting that out. Now, that's different if you are the immediate relative of a U.S. citizen, right? If you are the parent, child under 21, or a spouse of a U.S. citizen, that's different. But siblings of U.S. citizens are in, the longest wait times on the visa bulletin. And right now in the November visa bulletin, I actually printed it out for the first time because I like to not have paper. But dates for filing for family sponsored.
I still love paper.
John loves paper. I love paper too. Honestly, I like paper. For the UK, which is they're processing cases that were filed October 1st, 2007. So that's 14 years. Mm-hmm. That's actually not too bad. So my recommendation, and I know 14 years, maybe you've already filed it and then you've got a couple of years under your belt.
Yep.
File it. Here comes the lecture.
Here comes our drum beat again.
Yeah.
Just like some of the other things about hiring, or at least talking to a professional. Here's the other one. No matter how long the wait's going to be, you should just do it now. Okay. That time is going to pass either way. The sooner you get it filed, the sooner you get in line, the sooner your number is going to be up for approval. Okay. So don't delay.
Don't delay. Yes. Here is what Linda has to say. Every K1 is case by case because there's so much marriage fraud involved with immigration. What you need to do is proceed in good faith. Yes. Amen.
Always good advice.
Always good advice. Proceed in good faith.
That's good advice for so many things. For
everything?
Everything.
Proceed in good faith. Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That proceed in good faith. That's very, very good tip there. Oh, and look who's here. Our friend, Evelina, Miss Evelina. And I believe that is a new Facebook picture. Beautiful. Gorgeous. You are looking great, my friend. Good to see you here. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I'm going to put this one up because, oops. Not that one.
Technical error.
This has happened twice now. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put this up here because look, Attorney Mendoza is awesome. And everyone is working. Not everyone's working with me, but I love the experience.
She's awesome. And everyone working with her is
awesome as well. Okay. Yes.
She's complimenting our entire team.
The team is amazing. They're better than we are.
Yeah. Thank you, Kim.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I had to put that on the board because,
yeah.
I mean, I'm the middle child. I like a lot of attention. All right.
Okay. So Joel wants to know if a J1 visa can ever be converted to an H1B during any time.
A J1 it can be converted to an H1. And I believe that's even if they're subject to the 212 residency requirement. Let me just think about that here, because we're not doing an adjustment. We're not going to lawful permanent residency. We're just going to an H1. Now, if the residency requirement is not in play here, the timing sometimes does not work out for a J1 to change status to an H1B. In fact, I mean, it can work out, but a lot of times it just doesn't. Like I don't see that timing working out very well for J1 to H1B. Not to just say that it can't be done, but I don't know. Don't even quote me on the residency requirement thing. Don't quote me on anything, actually.
We'll just wait for input.
All right.
On the cover. On the cover.
All right. Let's see here. Any questions up there? Let's grab a couple more questions up in the.
Okay, so Kim says, I'm in Tennessee. Hey, all right.
We were just there.
We were just in Nashville not too long ago for a legal conference, and I'm going to be in Tennessee in a couple weeks for a University of Tennessee college football game. So 2 visits to Tennessee, very close together.
Yeah.
Anyway, says, I'm in Tennessee. What is the real timeline for sponsoring my dad?
Where is he?
Yeah, we're going to need some more info.
So let's say dad is in. So what's her name again?
This is Kim.
Kim. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Well,
So Kim, in order to sponsor her dad, has to be a U.S. citizen first, right? If dad is here in the United States, I think I'm going to just take a wild guess, right? It's not wild. It's kind of based on the stuff that's happening here in Norfolk and some of the other places that we've seen. Because no interview is required typically for the parent of a U.S. citizen, if they are here and you are doing adjustment of status, I'm going to say, 9 to 12 months. If you are doing consular processing, dad is in another country, not in the United States, then that is a wild guess because there is a massive backlog for interviews right now. So I'm going to say 18 to 24 months. Fingers crossed. Okay. It's fun. It's really fun to have Linda on the comments. Okay, guys, if you are just joining us, we have a very special guest who is blessing our live stream with her comments. She is retired USCIS supervisor and officer, and we worked together for many, many, many years before she left the service. All right. So she says here regarding the J1 question, no change of status on J1, but it does not preclude a new status being granted while the J1 is valid. It may require a departure and reentry. Okay.
All right. So there, you heard it.
You heard it from Linda. And yes. Linda's not giving out legal advice either, guys.
That's right. Right. She's giving
immigration information. All right. Thank you, Linda.
Yes, thank you.
Again,
so much.
It's been so much fun
what an absolute
to have you on. Linda does owe us some lasagna, though. Lasagna was promised, and just haven't seen it. Okay. Do we have another question up there?
Okay, Sultan wants to know if I win my case for cancellation of removal, how long will it be for me to receive my green card? Any thoughts?
If you win the cancellation of removal case, actually physically receiving the green card, I'm going to say it can take up to 6 months. And if not longer, because it is kind of going through the court. And that sometimes, for whatever reason, makes it longer.
Okay. Okay. Pride wants to know, I'm currently on a conditional residency. Do I need to renew, or can I just apply for my citizenship?
I think we had a similar question earlier. With conditional permanent residency, you must remove the condition. You must file to apply to remove the conditions on your green card, your 2-year green card. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
See, I was going to talk more about that, but there's really nothing more that needs to be said. So while John is looking for some more questions, I just want to again thank you all for coming and bringing your questions. Thanking our special surprise guest, Linda Carter, former USCIS officer and supervisor, and invite you all to send us an email if you would like an appointment. If you think that, hey, I might need some help with my immigration case, you can send us an email to info@gmlaw.net, or you can also call us at 757-464-9224. Oh, there's a special thing that I can do here. Hold on a second. Let me, oh, look at that. Putting it on the screen.
Nice.
Yeah. 757-464-9224, or send us an email if you would like to make an appointment with us.
Yeah. If you're just starting, it's worth it to make sure you're going down the right road. Or if you've started something, and it's worth it to just to make sure that you're going in the right direction with things.
Oh, we missed a comment about lasagna. All right. Okay. Do we have any other questions there? I think that I got all the questions here.
This question I want to just put up here just as I'm not even going to say who it is, but I just think it's important because we're talking about red flags and things. Be careful. And you can get pretty close to the edges. They want to know, can I get married to my boyfriend after he was just caught in a fake marriage with my friend? Right. That's the kind of stuff that you want to be very careful with.
So let me let's you
I just we have fun here, and we answer these questions. Well, Radlin does, and we give updates. And, sometimes when we're just joking around, having a good time, don't want anyone to have the wrong impression. Acting in bad faith, whether it's a visa that you're coming in on or a marriage, that's serious stuff. And you do not want to do that. Okay. You don't want to break the law.
Right. So in going back to that question, the question was, boyfriend got married, right? In a fraudulent marriage.
Yep.
That marriage is probably over now.
Yep.
Can she now file a petition? Can she now marry the boyfriend and file that petition? So you're gonna have some issues because there are questions on the applications, right, that ask, have you ever gotten married to obtain an immigration benefit? That's going to be on the green card application. And you're going to run up against a problem because no good immigration lawyer is going to hear what you just told us and say, we should just go ahead and check no to that, knowing that boyfriend has actually got married in a fraudulent marriage. Now, sometimes there's a gray line, but I think that the law is pretty clear, and John knows because he's represented clients in marriage fraud, and Linda knows that we had the whole marriage fraud ring going on in Hampton Roads.
It was rampant for a little while.
Yeah, and the gray area, it's not even a gray area, I don't think. Did you get married? Did you take steps? Was it, what was the purpose of the marriage? Like, so, it just depends. It really depends. We're lawyers, right? We find the gray areas. We find the gray areas in the law to help our clients lawfully. And so, you got to ask those questions and figure out, can we file this new I-130 petition green card application? Can we answer no? Have you ever gotten married in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Can we say solidly no to that question?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah. You just remember, going back to Linda's advice, Linda's advice is great in all things. Proceed in good faith.
Yeah. And this is and she says here, did he file for the fake marriage? Be very careful. That's exactly what we're talking about, because did you get married and then you're just like, this is a stupid idea? And will the officer, if that comes up in your interview, will the officer say, well, I think that you got married to obtain an immigration benefit? I believe the law says, and I'll have to look this up again because it's been a while since we've done a marriage fraud case. I believe the law says that, even just a marriage, even if you don't file anything, that could be seen as marriage fraud. So be very careful. Yep.
Okay. Did we get to this one here yet?
Let's see here.
Yeah, we have two there.
Yeah, here. Let's talk to Pauline here. Hello, Pauline. Pauline says, hello, guys. I-130A is already approved. I-130 is already approved. Will it be too late to hire a lawyer for the next step of the green card application? Absolutely not. And why didn't you file that together? If we're talking to I-45, that if you're here in the U.S., that can be filed concurrently with the I-130. Now, if that's the situation here, and I don't know if it is, we actually see this a lot. Remember, if you are in the United States and you're married to a U.S. citizen, which, I'm assuming the case is here, you can concurrently file. You can file together your I-130 petition and your green card application and all the other supporting documents, your affidavit of support, the EAD application, the advanced parole. You can file that together. You should file that together. So what we see is people will file an I-130 petition. They'll wait for that I-130 petition to be approved. That could be 9, 12, 15 months before. And then once they get that approval notice from the service center, then they'll go and file the I-45. If you're here, that's the wrong way to do it. So, Pauline, that's probably not your situation, but I just wanted to mention that because it's important. All right. You got one?
Well, it's a long one. It's in multiple parts here.
Okay.
My brother was left behind in the Philippines.
Okay.
And we are trying to fight for his papers because he got approval before he turned 21. The problem was that when he got the interview, he just turned 21. What do we need to do? How can we expedite it? Or is it still possible for us to get him?
So,
and this is Maria.
I mean, there's a lot going on. The first thing I would want to do as during consultation for this is see whether brother is eligible under the Child Status Protection Act. He just turned 21. So I don't know whether he went to his interview or they didn't schedule an interview or if he's waiting for the interview. So Child Status Protection Act is really going to come into play here. Yeah.
All right. Good luck with that, Maria.
Yeah. Give us a call. We work with CSPA cases all the time. And yeah, it could very well save that and put him in the faster category. Okay. So Linda says, if at any time during the process you feel you want representation, seek representation. I feel like Linda's just giving like Yoda advice tonight.
Yeah, that's great advice as well.
Yeah. Seek representation. Mm-hmm. It's never too late. That's right.
All right. So this person wants to know, a Christian wants to know, I'm confused with some of the questions on the N400 application. Any advice? What would you tell somebody who's...
Come hire us to help you with the N400 application.
Right. If you're confused about it, then you should just seek counsel.
Yep.
Professional help, and we can help you out.
And guys, check out my latest video on TikTok about some of the excuses that people give about not filing for U.S. citizenship. For the person here, maybe you need legal representation. Maybe you can't afford legal representation. There are many resources. There are clinics in all 50 states. There is Citizenship Day every February. In fact, Linda helped with Citizenship Day this year. It's super fun. And we helped like 25 people in our area complete N400 applications. So don't let the fact that you may not have the money to hire an immigration attorney prevent you from getting your U.S. citizenship. Now, I'm talking specifically about U.S. citizenship. I feel really strongly, and John feels really strongly, that lawful permanent residents should apply for U.S. citizenship when they are eligible to apply for U.S. citizenship. We've seen too many bad things over the past 21 years of being attorneys where people are getting deported because they didn't file for citizenship, because their mom or dad could have filed for their citizenship, and then their children would have derived citizenship. They didn't do it. And then children, life happens. We're human beings. They get into trouble. Then they're getting deported. So we've seen terrible, terrible things happen. There are many reasons to apply for U.S. citizenship. My main reason is so you don't get deported from the United States. So I feel really strongly about that.
In our house growing up, the joke my dad and I always had was on the list.
Yeah.
Things were on the list, and,
Right.
and citizenship is on the list for a lot of people. And then they keep procrastinating. And then something happens that's maybe not that big of a deal for most people, but for them, it becomes a big, major problem. All right. And I see our timekeeper. She's coming for us.
You just hold on one second.
But before our timekeeper comes for us, there was one other last question on TikTok that I wanted to get to. Groom turned law student wants to know, says that I want to practice immigration. Do you recommend that I seek bar membership in multiple states? He's in Florida now. No, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Groom turned law student. Immigration law is federal. So if you're barred in one state, you can practice immigration anywhere in the country. Okay.
Yep. And Florida actually offers a, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like an expert, a higher level if you want to take the be certified in Florida. You don't have to.
But yeah, so just take the Florida bar and then you're good to go for immigration.
Wait, hold on, real quick. My favorite part of my career was helping. This is Linda, retired supervisor at USCIS and immigration officer. My favorite part of my career was helping people become citizens. That's when I got my hugs. That's true.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely feel good, but more for us. We just want to protect families, American families who believe they're American, so that's the main thing. So it is time. And guys, one more time, how to reach out to us if you need additional help, a consultation. Give us a call at 757-464-9224. Our information is on the board.
This is our timekeeper.
This is our timekeeper. Oh, and we're wearing the same color. This is Ray, guys. She's 10. She helps with the tech. She helps with the tech. And you can also send us an email at info@gmlaw.net. My TikTok folks, something is wrong with my direct messages on TikTok. So please just shoot us an email at info@gmlaw.net if you want to reach out to us. And of course, you can send us a direct message through Facebook as well. So it's been a ball.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We're going to give 2 thumbs up, 2, 4, 6.
And thanks again to Linda for joining us.
Yeah, Linda, that was fun. Linda, I feel like you should come on camera next time. Yeah. Come on camera. Our people talk to you people. Yeah, our people talk to your people. All right. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Take care.